Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Mark from Mark Melbourne TV. And in this episode I want to just talk about the crypto space. I don't want to focus on the market too much. There hasn't been too much that's been happening as of late. Bitcoin has I guess bounced off its lows of 9,500, and since then mostly it's been sideways movement. A lot of I would call coordinated fear, uncertainty and doubt being spread through Western publications, mostly bankers in Wall Street, and I think they are trying to spread a negative sentiment around the markets at the moment. But instead of panicking and looking for trades to make, going in and out of positions, looking for a trade just for the sake of trading, you should just consider holding, looking at your goals. Spend this time to think about what milestones you want to reach, and if you haven't set price targets for where you'll consider taking profits, and ranges where you'll think about reducing your allocation and allocating those profits into other opportunities, then it might be good to reflect and think about that now. And also remember that just like anything else, if you've never been accustomed to making this much money in such a short amount of time, take some profits and do things that you enjoy, because in this current market everything looks bullish and it's easy to think that it's going to continue. But even if it is something, even if the technology is disruptive and innovative, it doesn't necessarily mean that the intrinsic value or the value for the crypto market and the technology we're investing in is necessarily indicative of what the prices should be. So just because your investment has done 100 times it's done 100 times gain, 100 times gain since you first invested, it doesn't necessarily mean that's the rate of growth. So like adoption, and basically I'm rambling, but if the market were to tank and go down 85%, you want to know that you have taken profits along the way and have enjoyed those gains, rather than just hoping to compound your investments over and over and getting it right. So if you have made some good profits along the way, look at investing in other things. Look at enjoying some of that money. Do the things that you couldn't have done with those profits earlier. It's a balance between enjoying yourself and taking the holidays and trips that you want to do, buying the things that you couldn't have purchased without the gains from crypto. But yeah, just realize that money isn't everything, and think about your personal goals. So everyone would be a bit different. My personal goals is to reach 500,000 in the short term, but I also want to do a lot of traveling before I turn 30. So I guess I've been looking at trying to set goals that aren't just financial based. So there's certain countries that I'd like to visit. I've done a bit of Southeast Asia already. I'd like to visit some European countries and also the rest of the Southeast Asian countries, just because it's something I believe I can do on a budget and I can save a bit of money. You should figure out what your personal goals are, aim to learn along the way, figure out how you can sort of speed up your process of learning. If most of the information you're learning from in this space is coming from chat rooms, telegrams and YouTube, maybe take some time out from watching those or relying on these sources of information. While they're good, it's also important to be able to have your own critical thinking and be able to analyze things based off your own opinions and do your own research and form your own opinions. So that might mean looking at ways to invest in coins that you believe in, and not just coins that you've seen from my YouTube channel or from somebody else's YouTube channel that has told you to go buy XYZ coin and hold. So I think it's important to learn this not only in crypto but also in your personal lives. So find ways to be your own person, find ways to reflect and think about how you feel about certain coins and what you think the macro trends are. So do you think so there's a few themes out there, but personally, if someone were to ask you, what do you think are the most important themes out of, say for example, privacy, interoperability, decentralized exchanges, which one of these problems would you rank highest out of the other problems that are being solved? Because ultimately cryptocurrency only has a utility if there's a problem it's trying to solve. So what is that problem firstly that is being solved, and is there what does adoption of that technology look like? So in the past, technology, just because a protocol or just because a form of technology is more efficient than something else, it doesn't necessarily end up meaning that it is going to be the one that's adopted or used as the main form of technology. So the networking effect is a good example of this. So if you invest in something that is firstly disruptive, is solving a problem, but also has the network effect and is likely to be adopted, and there are very clear ways for it to be adopted, then it stands a greater chance of doing well in the long term. So don't just invest on other people's opinions. Try to form your own opinions, even though you will get it wrong most of the time, and it's easy to think that someone else's opinion is better than yours. Listen to people who have had a good track record, but also realize that most people get it wrong, and even the people who have a great track record aren't worried about getting onto all of the trades that are available to them. So you're going to miss a lot of opportunities, but some of the biggest investors out there, like Warren Buffett, missed out on Amazon, and they don't invest outside of their area or circle of competence. So Warren Buffett knows nothing about technology. He doesn't even use a mobile phone or really uses technology at all, but he does a lot of reading, and he's a good investor. But when it comes to tech stocks, he says himself that he has no idea, or it's not his area of expertise, therefore he doesn't invest or have a strong conviction that cryptocurrencies, for example, will do well. So anyway, I thought I'd just do a video on something a bit different while we're in a bit of a lull at the market at the moment. If you are thinking about investing in something, think about not just if the idea or the investment's a good idea, think about your timing too. So do I need to make this trade right now? And is my timing in the market, if I do invest right now, is it a good time to place or hold a position? So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Subscribe, like, and share this video with a friend if you think this is something they'd benefit from. I haven't had much time to research this video, so I've just done this off the cuff, and hopefully there's something in this that you guys can take away from. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later.